Welcome to Slow News Day with Kevin Clark. I'm Kevin Clark. Woo! I think he probably ran upstairs at the to some sort of room where he keeps his clothes, Rodger.
You guys have different rooms for your clothes? Wow. Wow. Must be nice.
Danny Kelly, Rodger, Sherman, draft gurus to both of you. Open question to both of you. Who won the draft? We'll start with you, Danny Kelly.
I mean, I'm going with the Dolphins just because I really wanted them to take Tua. And I was like stressed out about it all day today because I was thinking they were going to let him drop.
You were stressed out on behalf of a team you have no connection to.
Yeah.
That's pure mastery of the draft. It's just being anxious for teams that you don't care about.
I think for some reason I feel responsible for it because I was defending Tua for the last 2 weeks. I know Rodger is probably on the exact same page.
Yeah, they took Tua. They got him at 5. They didn't have to trade.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. I think that getting Tua without having to, be in the number 2 pick, they actually won some games at the end of the year, which made them happy. And they still ended up with one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen play college football. The other team who I liked a lot was the Cardinals.
Yeah. Well, let me stop you right there. I think Kliff Kingsbury won the draft. He made everybody look broke. Every single person. Jerry Jones, you're on a yacht. Sorry, you broke.
What is that house? Can we walk through it?
Yeah, I am a little bit worried for Kliff Kingsbury because he probably has a family living in his basement waiting to kill him.
It was such a flex. He has a huge fire pit and no chairs around it because he doesn't give a whether or not you sit around it.
And also, I've been waiting for them to stock up on talented defensive players, let Kliff go to town on offense, and just get talent for defense through the draft. And the first year, they did not do that. And this year, they got Isaiah Simmons, who I thought would go earlier, and he fell to them, and they got him.
Even though one player can't add wins, which player added the most wins to their team today?
I think the easy answer is Burrow. I think that Chase Young has a chance to really be like a force multiplier for that defense. These are the easy answers. I kind of actually really like what the 49ers did. Kinlaw early on in the draft, and then they traded back up to get Brandon Ayuk, who is really, really explosive. One of the top yards after the catch receivers in this class. He, to me, is going to be a very, very fun player to go with Debo and Kittle. Their whole offense is just going to be guys that are absurdly good after the catch. I wouldn't say that necessarily adds a lot of wins for them because they were already a very good team, but I think they kind of crushed it too. I really like those 2 picks.
I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Now he's a quarterback as a first-round pick. Aaron Rodgers came into this league as a late first-round pick under a legend. We all remember that. But now someone is going to Aaron Rodgers, and it's Jordan Love. When does this happen? How does this play out?
There's obviously the similarity to the way it went with Aaron Rodgers, but I think there are a few critical differences, which is that Aaron Rodgers was awesome in college. Fell all the way from the top 10, people thought, and then ended up at the Packers spot. And Jordan Love threw more interceptions this past season than Aaron Rodgers did in his entire college career.
Aaron Rodgers is a huge Game of Thrones fan. What does he do now? From a Game of Thrones standpoint, what does he do now, Rodger?
I feel like there are very few peaceful solutions to problems on that show.
Well, what about the letter writing? Isn't that the whole thing? Didn't she just write a letter? Did anybody die after that?
Where they, I know they had right.
She wrote a letter. That's the only, buddy. The show was on for 8 years, and it's the only thing I know that happened.
Rodger and I are both like, what?
Most of the people
got
murdered.
It's the only thing that ever happened on that show is they wrote a letter, and then there were memes about it.
Yeah, that was it.
Danny, who is the prospect that everyone's going to regret passing on tonight? And then in 5 years, we're going to be like, what the hell was that?
Oh my God. Can we talk about CeeDee Lamb? The Cowboys certainly, I don't think, came into the draft thinking we have to take a receiver. They just re-signed Amari. They have good talent at the receiver position. That's just not the biggest need for them. But when CeeDee Lamb falls to them, they don't even have to trade up. I just absolutely love that they went and they did the true best player available thing. He was number 6 on my board. Awesome player, the top receiver on my board. Putting him in that offense, the Cowboys are just going to go crazy next year. Probably one of the best skill position groups now in the whole NFL. It's huge for Dak Prescott.
I want to talk about the presentation of tonight. Rodger, you've been freaking out a little bit because you noticed that Goodell changed. You got that off.
He had to have been so confident that a team was going to take 10 minutes with the clock to fit that change in so they don't cut back and he's just like shirtless.
I don't think he changed in the den.
You think he left the den?
I think.
Is it a den? Did you?
I think he probably ran up. I think he probably ran upstairs at the den to some sort of room where he keeps his clothes. Rodger.
You guys have different rooms for your clothes. Wow. Wow. Must be nice.
Okay, we're gonna disagree on that one. Danny, Kelly, who crushed it tonight? Who's going to Club Kevin Draft Edition?
As much as I kind of hate to say this, I think John Elway kind of crushed it by taking Jerry Jeudy. I think they really did a good job in getting Drew Lock the type of help that he needs.
Yeah.
Basically, now he has like no excuse. Like this will give them all the information they need. If he excels in this offense, that gives them the information that he's the guy for them. That he can that they can keep this guy. They can plan around him long term. Getting Jerry Jeudy to pair him with Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant from last year. That skill position group is really, really fun now, and I think that's exactly what they needed to do in this draft. And so I think he hit a home run with that pick.
Rodger Sherman.
I'm gonna say there was a guy pooping in the background of Mike Vrabel's live shot.
What?
Can we bring up the photo of the guy who was pooping? He was pooping back there.
What in the world? I have so many questions because you can clearly see.
Why is there a window?
Why are there children in the room?
I generally close the door when I'm pooping in all circumstances, sometimes even when I'm the only person in the house. And this guy appears to have, even knowing that there were live television cameras in the house.
Oh my God. I never want a regular draft ever again. John Elway and Mike Vrabel's house guest. You're both in Club Kevin to various degrees.
Oh my God.